But there was this one time. I had just gotten out of a bad, abusive relationship. And I was working at a hotel. I was working the front desk. I was very new to California. I had fairly pleasant interactions with the cops. I had nothing but positive interactions with the cops. So, I wasn't jaded or anything. But this one instance really scared me. I had just gotten out of a really bad relationship with my first boyfriend. And I never drank. I just got out of college. I drank once at this point. I drink now more socially, but I'm not a big drinker, and at that point, never drank. So I worked overnight at this hotel, and some nights this officer would come visit the property because there are some hotels that are small enough where they just have one person working in the entire property by themselves. It probably still is common. It's a common thing. And I don't know why they have girls working overnight in hotels by themselves, but a lot of properties do that. And it would just be me. So around 2 a.m., this cop nearby, he would come in to check on me. He was very nice. We would do a little chit chatter, but nothing crazy. He always just came in, walked around and say, "How's your night going?" I'm like, "My night's going great. How's your night going?" And he'd be like, "Oh," and he'll just tell me about how boring the nights are and nothing really going on, and he has paperwork, so nothing exciting. And he's been doing that for a couple months. So he would come in, check in on me, we talk for a little bit, and he leaves. And we did that almost every night. And so because we're interacting and I'm feeling safe and I'm fresh out of college, this is an authority figure. He's kind of like a dad figure or big brother. So he seemed safe to talk to. So he knew that I was dating somebody now, and he knew that I lived alone. All this information I was giving him because he kind of seemed like we were friends. So one day he said, "Hey, we should get coffee after work," because I get off at 8 a.m. and he gets off at 8 a.m. and I start work at 11 p.m. and he started work around that time. So he said, "Why don't we get coffee after work?" And I said, "Oh, well, when I get off my shift, I'm really tired. I want to go home." And he said, "Oh my God, come on. It's just a coffee and it's not a big deal." And I wanted to be nice because he was always nice to me. And I said, "Okay, sure." So I agreed. So at 8 a.m., he said the coffee shop, and he drove there and I drove there. We met there. It was like a 5-minute, 6-minute drive or something. It was close to the hotel. But next to the coffee shop was a bar. And he said, "Oh, let's just go to this bar." Now, I'm not a drinker, remember. And I said, "Oh, I don't drink." And he said, it's okay. It's nighttime for us, essentially. Because I said, "It's 8 a.m. I don't drink. That's weird to drink now." And he's like, "Well, it's nighttime for us. And one drink's not going to kill you." I don't know. And I just felt pressured. I wanted to be nice. And I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, come on. It's not a big deal. Let's just go. And we go in. He's in his cop uniform. So because he just got off work. And I'm in my front desk uniform. I'm like, okay, sure. And in my head, I'm like, okay, I'll just go do this for 15 minutes and then tell him I have to go home. He orders us beers. I hate beer. I hate alcohol, but I really hate beer. Again, I'm being polite. I take a few sips. He's talking, I'm talking. But then the conversation takes a very unfamiliar turn. Now, he's never flirted with me at this hotel. At the hotel, he's always been professional. Again, like a father type figure, big brother type figure, just checking in, seemed to be very nice. But then he said something that made me uncomfortable. He said, when I got up to use the bathroom and I came back, he said, "I have those Kim K cakes." And I was like, "Oh, okay, thank you." Then he asked me if he was my type. And I said, well, I'm dating let's call him Michael. I'm dating Michael. Remember I told you about Michael? We work at the hotel together. I'm dating Michael. So he said, yeah, but but am I your type? And I'm like, oh, I mean, Michael's my type. And he's like, good thing I look like Michael. Okay, well then, right. At this point, I want to leave. I'm uncomfortable. I don't know what to say. Again, I am very sheltered. I'm very naive. I am the perfect prey. That's what I hate about my upbringing. I am the perfect prey to pressure into doing something, right? Because I'm scared, and I will go along with it out of politeness. I will go along with it out of fear. So I'm like, in my head, I'm scared, I want to leave. So I said, okay, well, I have to go home now, I'm tired, I have to get back to work tonight, and so I have to go get some sleep and all that. And he says, Christina, you just drank. I can't let you drive. And I was like, you told me to drink, and I only had a few sips. I didn't even have the whole can of beer. And he was like, Christina, I'm a cop. I can't let you just get on the road after you drink alcohol in front of me. I start freaking out. I'm like, okay, well, I'll guess I'll call an Uber then. And he said, no, don't be silly. How about this? You could drive home, but I'm gonna follow you to make sure you get home okay. And I'm like, so you're gonna let me drive? And he's like, yeah, but I'm gonna follow you to make sure you're safe. And I'm like, okay, all right, sure. I'm in my car, driving home, and he's in his cop car following me. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm in the car, like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? He's coming over. So I'm like, I don't want him to know where I live. But he's a cop. Can't he just look that up anyway? So I don't know. I don't know how this works. So I'm just scared. And I'm like, well, he let me drive home. I'm just going to go home. I'm going to run and sit in my house and go to sleep. So I finally get there. It's like a 15-minute drive. I get home, 20-minute drive. And I get out my car at my complex. And I said, okay, well, thank you so much, Officer blah. I don't remember his name. I never really use his name. Let's just say officer. Thank you, officer. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Goodbye. Bye. And then I'm walking to my unit, and he says, hey, I have to use the bathroom. And I'm like, oh, the bathroom. There's a gas station. I'm so scared. At this point, I am so scared because I'm like, did he plan this whole thing? Did he plan the coffee shop, turn to bar, turn to you can't drive, turn to I have to use the bathroom? And I'm like, well, there's a gas station right there, across the street, right there. And he was like, Christina, you're right here. Let me just use your bathroom. He knows I live alone. He knows everything. And I'm like, okay. Yeah. Come in. I open the door. I let him in. Because what am I supposed to do? He's a cop, right? Like, what am I supposed to do? Say, no, you can't come in my house? I don't know. I'm a little girl. I'm scared. I don't know what to do. And things are taking unexpected turns. I'm thinking on my feet, not well. So I let him in. And I live in a townhouse. So, he's like, he walks around. He's looking at everything. I point to the bathroom. Bathroom's right there by the entrance, right there. And he's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll go to the bathroom. But he doesn't go to the bathroom. He walks around the kitchen. And he's walking around. He's like, oh, this is nice. And he's like, you live alone, right? You said that. And I'm like, I did say that, but Michael is upstairs. And he said, why would Michael be upstairs? I said, because we're dating. And he knows I come home in the morning and he has a copy of my key. And sometimes he likes to come spend the night. And then I will come home and then we have breakfast together because it's the only time we really have to spend together. So he's here. Michael, are you here? Let me go check. So I was like, let me go check. So I go upstairs And I know nobody's there, but I'm playing along. I go upstairs and I go in my bedroom and I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, he's gonna rape me. I'm like crying. I'm like, he's gonna rape me and I can't call the cops. And I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And I'm like, there's no one to call because no one's gonna get here in time. He can do what he needs to do to me and then deny it or then like taunt me or I'm gonna have to just, I'm stuck, I'm screwed. So then I decide to just pretend Michael is in the room. So I talk loudly. Oh yeah, okay, he's downstairs. Remember the cop is downstairs. Oh yeah, oh my God, yes. Do you know who's here? Officer Blank from the hotel we work at. Yeah, he's downstairs, Michael. Yeah, he's downstairs. Oh, let me go see. And then I come downstairs. Hey, actually, Michael's awake. Do you want me to call him down? And for a split second, I get so scared. I say, please don't say yes. But this is what makes the cop like beat it. He's like, oh no, it's all right. He literally like hurries out. He's like, no, it's okay. Thank you for letting me use the bathroom. I used it already. And then he's like, I'll see you later. And I'm like, okay, thank you so much. Thank you for, it was a good time. Bye, have a safe drive. And he's like, all right. Walks out. I lock the door and I'm like, I nearly, the scenarios running through my head, I was just imagining like, I know this is kind of morbid to say, and I'm not trying to make a joke out of it, I'm just, it's my way of kind of making light of a scary situation for me at the time. I was really imagining, what am I gonna do if this man violates me? I was just like, he's gonna violate me, and I'm just gonna have to like, close my eyes and take it and just move across states. I was so scared. And after that, I never saw him again. It was so weird. Again, he didn't work there. He was just a cop in the area that came there at night. And I didn't see him again after that. I don't know what happened to him after that. I don't remember his name. He was a cop that stopped in. He was pretty friendly. That was a weird situation, and that was it. I told my boyfriend at the time, I told Michael about it, and ever since then, Michael's been coming home he would come meet me in the morning, and like, he would make his presence known, but it didn't matter anyway, because I didn't see that cop again, and I didn't stay at that property. I was so scared and shaken by that experience, I quit. I quit in like a few weeks after that. I didn't quit. I transferred properties. So I kind of left that property because I didn't feel safe, and I also didn't want to work overnight anymore because it's not like that was working overnight at a hotel by yourself as a girl is like the most terrifying thing ever. The stuff I've gone through, I will tell you all. But let me tell you something. And I'm just thinking, you haven't feared for your life until you work the front desk at a hotel. The scenarios in which I hear cops kill people, I'm like, I went through that like yesterday with a guest. You know how often my life is threatened at the front desk because some bitch wants an upgrade or because some asshole booked the wrong hotel and wants to take it out on me. This grown man threatened to skin me alive. He said, I'm gonna skin you. Because he was a platinum member and he wanted a free upgrade. And I said, we're sold out. I'm so sorry, we don't have any upgrades available. And he said, well, I'm a platinum member. And I said, I understand that, but that's based off of availability, and there is none. I apologize. And he said, I'm gonna skin you alive. I've had someone try to jump me. I've had someone break the arm of one of my colleagues because she was mad we evicted her the week before. A week later, she enacted her revenge. We didn't recognize her, so she checked in and jumped my colleague and broke her arm. Like, these are real life-threatening events. So maybe the training for cops would be work at a hotel for a month. And we would be 18, 19, 20 years old. And we would have to deal with grown men threatening to kill us, pressuring to have sex. Like I won't even get that one